The tribe team recently met with some photographers who wanted to make a difference by helping out others through photography. Catch the members of the Visual Shot Club and their deaf students as they showcase their pictures at their exhibit called Silent Eyes.
From what started with a simple meeting with a boy with autism a couple of years back, Mr. John Chua continues to touch the lives of many through photography with his Photography with a Difference. By encouraging photographers, children, and parents to bond with each other, they are able to express themselves and communicate with their families with a simple click of the shutter. It has been one success story after another, as he was able to recently organize a photography workshop between children with cochlear implants and deaf photographers. Through the images, they were able to find an alternative means of communication.
As a photographer, I had this thing that I want to teach somebody, right? I want to share my passion, right? So what do? If you have a deaf photographer, you give a normal child or a normal student to listen to him, you get all this frustration, right? First, the deaf photographer doesn't know how can he explain all these things, and the poor student wouldn't even know how to answer back. Vice versa, if you have a photographer student being taught by a normal like me, then I get frustrated, or he gets frustrated, right? All of a sudden, when I saw the VHC photographers who are willing to do it, right? And I saw this opportunity to match them, right? Right there I can see, once they meet, excited na sila because they can communicate all the sign language, and you don't see any noise, you don't hear any sound, except, your hand gesture. With that, makikita mo yung sparkle in the eyes ng photographers, how excited they are.
Silent Eyes Photography with a Difference is an apt title for an exhibit between the members of the Visual Shot Club and children with limited hearing. Just a few hours of bonding time between the deaf photographers, the kids, and their parents at the La Mesa Eco Park and at Storyland were enough to produce heartwarming and fun-filled pictures.
This is the part of the National Deaf Awareness Week celebration. Ang objective po nito is to spread the deaf awareness and advocacy through the photography. Yung message po namin is to bridge the gap between the hearing and the deaf world through their photos. Para po kasi ma-spread talaga namin yung deaf advocacy and awareness sa mga hearing world.
For the parents who were part of this activity, this occasion provided the necessary medium through which they were able to connect with their kids and at the same time feel closer to them and support their creativity while having fun.
This exhibit was inspired by my granddaughter, who's also a candidate for cochlear implant. So we decided to put the exhibit together to see how the silent world of the sign language users and those who can hear and talk using cochlear implants would come together. And this is the story which we put in the Silent Eyes, where with a click of the camera, they were able to communicate. Even if they are not sign language users, they were able to communicate because of the click of the camera. We bridged the connection between both deaf worlds, but different languages.
It was a different experience altogether for the deaf photographers who participated, as the children that they taught the basics of photography to could only use sign language up to a certain point. Where there was a lack of words and signs, they made up with a simple click of the camera. The images spoke for themselves.
I want other people to know about our photographers, that we all, as deaf, we also have skills of our own, and I would like to advocate for that to other people to also join us as members as well. Because I'm an artist. In our school, I was first. I received medals before through photography and all that. So I became interested with that. I took that particular aspect of mine to photography, that artistic side of me. I took that into photography also. I hope people would be, we would be very thankful to people who would come here and see this and enjoy our exhibits.
Images of laughter, fun, bonding, creativity, and hope. For the kids, it was a day they would never forget as their happy moments were frozen in time through captured photographs. Bridging the gap between the hearing and the deaf, everyone is free to join and make a difference. All you need is your time and a camera.
Those who have DSLR who wants to join us, you are welcome to join this group, whether deaf or hearing. What's important is you help support the deaf people and give us more exposure.
Photographs frozen in time, happy moments shared with family and newly found friends. Signed words and pictures create new meanings as you look at the world through silent eyes.